Much of the Pine Ridge is shrouded in smoke, and indeed about a third of the forest has already burnt or is burning. These are the men who watch it, a crew of 30 foresters who are deployed to different areas in the burning forest. Their days and nights colored in a haze of smoke and ash. But they don't fight the fires as much as they manage them.
Over the past 2 weeks, what we recognize is that the lightning storm that passed through, the thunderstorm that passed through the Cayo district actually started the majority of our fires. But again, fire being a natural phenomena, and especially in pine ecosystems, there seems to be a very close intertwined relationship between fire and these types of ecosystems.
Fire is often your friend. Fire helps a healthy forest.
That is true. It does maintain a very healthy pine forest ecosystem. So it's part of the system itself. With fires, what we do, we have a management approach to those. We use them to carry out thinnings. We use them to remove all the shrubby competing vegetation. And we also use them for wildlife habitat improvement or enhancement as well.
But for the upscale lodges in the Pine Ridge, habitat destruction is what they faced 10 days ago when fire was at their front door.
Actually, we have an enclave that is right in the middle, nestled within the Mountain Pine Ridge Forest Reserve. And that enclave also contains resorts and lodges. And one of our key priorities, if fire threatens those properties, is to place our priorities to try and contain and suppress fires in those particular areas.
What happened was that there were some prescribed burns being carried out by our neighbors in the northern part of the reserve. And because of the thunderstorm system that came by week before last, unfortunate, the situation got out of control and we had bigger fires than we had anticipated. We had a number of events. We had the number 4 and number 5 fires that actually amalgamated or become one very large fire. We had that fire coming from the property on the northern part of the reserve, and then we had this one that actually jumped into the national park itself, and they were all trying to engulf Blancanul Lodge. But consistently, we did suppress them, and of course with the efforts of everyone who assisted, and we brought it under control. It looked very alarming because of the enormity of things.
The problem is communication. If they could communicate with me immediately, then I would move and deal with that situation. So many times, it's a communication failure.
So in that case, when they had the most active threat, you all were not in direct communication with them?
We were not in direct communication. Afterwards, I used a radio from the other companies, so we had communication, and then we respond to every time they make a call.
But right now, there is no threat to those resorts. It's just burning bush. And these fire trails that look like roads, these are what keep the fires from spreading. Still, sometimes it jumps those trails. What makes a fire jump?
Well, most of all, it's the wind. The wind is one of the variables that we cannot predict. It changes so quickly. Sometimes it only changes for 5 minutes, get that fire across your line, and then it cools off. Then we have to plan all over again how to deal with that head of fire. Yes, there are some fires that are very ferocious, but when you understand fire management and deal with fires on a yearly basis, you know exactly what to expect of that fire. So in order not to panic, you study fire behavior and you plan ahead of the fire.
And planning ahead while managing a firefight in real time is what they've been trying to do.
So by and large, I wish to say that yes, we are doing what we can do, and I think we're doing quite a good job at it. Not putting out all the fires, but we're containing them where we feel they should be contained, and leaving fires to continue burning where they need to burn.